All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about a huge shift, a real technological wave that's hitting the trades. Roofing, plumbing, the works. It's all about how automation is totally changing one of the most basic things, getting a price for a job.
I mean, you've been there, right? You got a leaky roof or a plumber you desperately need to call, so you send an email, you make a call, and then crickets. You just wait and wait. Well, that exact frustration, that's where this whole story really kicks off.
For what feels like forever, this has just been the way it is. We call it the waiting game. And honestly, it's a slow, kind of frustrating process for absolutely everyone involved, both for you and for the business.
So, what makes the old way so, well, broken? Manual quoting is all about phone tag, endless back-and-forth emails, and some poor soul in an office physically crunching the numbers. It's super slow, it's easy to make mistakes, and the prices can be all over the place. And for the business, every minute they spend doing that is a minute they're not on a real job. And even worse, it's a golden opportunity to lose you to a competitor.
See, this isn't just about making things a little easier. It's a flat-out race. In super competitive fields like the trades, speed is literally everything. Which brings us to what we're calling the first reply race.
This right here, this quote just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the whole game. The very first business that gets back to a customer with a clear, easy-to-understand quote, they build instant trust, and yep, they're almost always the one that gets the job.
And think about how you do it. When you need something done, you don't just call one company, do you? Nah, you shop around. You hit up 2, maybe 3 different places. So if one business takes a whole day to get back to you, the odds are you've already heard from someone else and you're already moving forward.
So, if the big problem is being slow and inefficient, what's the big solution? Well, this is it. It's time to introduce the hero of our story, the automated answer.
Quote automation is actually a really simple idea at its core. It's a smart system, usually living right on a company's website, that lets you get an immediate price estimate without having to talk to a single person. It just completely removes the waiting game from the equation.
And check out how simple it is. 3 easy steps. 1, you, the customer, answer a few basic questions on the website. For a roof, maybe it's the size and the material. For a plumbing issue, maybe you describe what's going on. 2, the system instantly calculates a price based on what you put in. And 3, bam, a professional-looking estimate is delivered right to your screen or your inbox, just like that.
Now, the really cool part about all this is that it isn't just a fix for one side. It's a true win-win. It creates a way better experience for both the customer who needs help and the business that's providing it. So for you, the customer, the upsides are crystal clear. You get that instant answer you wanted. The pricing is right there, totally transparent from the get-go, which just melts away all that uncertainty and stress. And think about it, that clarity, it builds immediate trust and makes you feel way more confident that you're hiring the right people.
Okay, now flip to the business side. The impact here is just transformative. We're talking about businesses seeing their conversion rates jump, sometimes by 50% or more, just because they're winning that first reply race. Their whole team gets more efficient because they're not drowning in paperwork. The system is working 24/7, so a lead that comes in at 2 in the morning isn't lost. And all this frees up their best people to focus on the big, complex jobs that actually make the money.
When you look at the overall impact on the business, it's just undeniable. You see these huge jumps across the board. Higher conversions, way better efficiency, and of course, basically perfect response times. For any service business out there, these are the numbers that really matter.
But listen, all this amazing tech, it's pretty much worthless without one last, absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle. You need a solid digital foundation to build it all on.
And that's because a quoting tool is only as good as the website it's on. I mean, if this site is slow or confusing or just a nightmare to use on your phone, people are just going to give up and go to the next guy. The tool has to be right there, front and center, super fast, and incredibly easy to figure out.
So that means the website itself has to nail these basics. A clean, simple layout with really clear instructions, that's non-negotiable. And since most of us are searching for this stuff on our phones, a mobile-friendly design isn't just a nice-to-have, it's absolutely essential. That Get a Quote button, it better be the easiest thing to find on the whole page.
This whole move from manual to automated, it's not just happening in the trades. It's happening pretty much everywhere. Which kind of leads to a final thought here. As we see how this technology can get rid of all that friction and frustration in one industry, it really makes you wonder, what's next? What's that tedious, time-sucking part of your life that you wish you could just automate?